break it up, men, but it's time to change the subject for just about 60 seconds.
Welcome to FallCon, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Oh, I just turned on my on-air light. I have an on-air light here. So hello. What an exciting night. Right now, as we speak, as I am airing this, the FallCon auction is happening right now. People are spending their hard-earned cash, getting some wonderful games for hopefully a good deal, or maybe something, like their Holy Grail game for way more than they should spend on it, but it's that game they have to have. But a highlight of the evening and of the whole event is the Canadian Game Design Award. The 2026 winner was just announced in between lots at the auction. I've got the video of it here. I've got the whole presentation for you. So buckle up, folks. You're about to get the winner of the Canadian Game Design Award 2026. We'll put that up there, and I will shut up and leave it to the professionals.
Hello, everybody. My name is Aaron Sebastian, and this is Melanie Barr here. We are the coordinators for the Canadian Game Design of the Year Award. So, sorry, got to bring up my notes here. Got a lot to get through. So, the Canadian Game Design Award was created back in 2010, and it was originally spearheaded by our president over there, Brent Lloyd. The CGDA was created to highlight and foster homegrown Canadian talent in game design. There. This award is a celebration for all Canadian game designers who have spent countless hours crafting and testing and modifying their designs. And we're here to recognize the ones that entered and the very best of this year here. So there are a lot of people that we need to thank who made this whole thing possible. First and foremost, they're the FallCon Gaming Society there. We want to thank the organizers, the volunteers, the executives, and everybody else involved with the FallCon Gaming Society there. They make this possible there, and they've provided ongoing support year after year, and without them, this award just wouldn't exist. So big round of applause to them there. In addition to that there, we want to thank all of the judges and volunteers that have spent time going through all of the designs, reviewing all of the entries, and giving feedback takes a lot of time and efforts that go mostly unseen there, but they are absolutely critical to making this happen there. They are the backbone of the Canadian Game Design Award there, and we want to thank all of them for being a part of it there. Our judge pool has been growing this year, especially there. It's been slowly growing over the last few years there. I'm happy to say this year in particular, we had over 30 judges representing 8 provinces throughout Canada there who participated and helped out with this award. We are trying to make this from coast to coast and getting as many people involved as possible there. And if any of you are interested in becoming a judge there, you can come and talk to myself or Melanie there. There's also a link on the FallCon website under the CGDA section there. It details what goes on there. You don't need any experience whatsoever there. All you need, there's no requirements, there's no experience. All you need is a love of board games and a willingness to offer honest feedback about game designs there. So, next person I want to thank here is Melanie right here. She came on this year. Organizing the CGDA is a huge undertaking. It involves months of work to get to this moment here. Honestly, when I reached out to her initially to ask her to come aboard there, she had helped do judging 1 year there, and then I went over and asked her if she wanted to jump on board, and without hesitation, she said yes, and she has been absolutely integral in helping not only make this event possible, but to help grow it there. So a huge thank you to her there. The CGDA is growing, it's improving, and it's growing in ways that I couldn't have even dreamed of there. And I'm going to pass the mic over to her there to discuss some of the things that we've done so far this year. So
yes, no. So like Aaron said, I had been a judge 1 year, and I'm a coordinator. And he said, I said yes. No, I didn't know what was involved. I want to point out that I'm doing less than half, and it's a lot of work. Aaron's been doing it solo since 2018, so please, big round of applause for Aaron. I've made some notes because I'm going to forget stuff. So first of all, this year, one of the things that we wanted to do is really bring up some sponsors, because it is a lot of work for all of our testers to go through the whole process. And we wanted to have a token to show our appreciation. So we reached out to a lot of sponsors, and we had amazing sponsors pull through. And because we are coast to coast with our judges, we had a lot of sponsors that were available to offer things digitally so that everybody partakes. So we had great prizes. Take note, next year. Okay, so our sponsors, we had Charming Games, Geeky Goodies, Legend Craft, Mel's Board Game Room, which is me, Pandora's Box, Palmetto Way Games, and Rio Grande Games. So without all of those sponsors, it would have been a lot harder to pull in and attract, so judges. So huge round of applause, please. Thank you for our sponsors. This year we had 19 entries that submitted games. And to be honest, over half of them deserve to win. But they can't all win. Right? Yeah. We'll send participation trophies, maybe. So we narrow it down to it was tight to 5 finalists. So in alphabetical order, our first finalist is Dice Omino. I want to point out all of these games are available to play test in the Prototype Alley, so go by if you want to try them. So Dice Omino is designed by Mark Kratz. He is actually here from London, Ontario, right back there. Dice Omino is a really interesting abstract strategy game that involves polyomino pieces, dice, and kind of domino. So it is really unique. We actually just finished playing it, me and Dave, on our channel, so you can check the live playthrough of that if you want to as well. Amazing game, worth giving a try. Second finalist is Dominion Bridge Company. This one was designed by Scott Preston from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Fun fact, I lived in Fredericton for 10 years. Darren is from that area as well. It's really satisfying to see the Maritime represented in the game. Dominion Bridge Company has a really rich Canadian history to the game. One of the things that I really liked about it, it's a bidding game, and it does bidding like I have not seen in any game. Because in the workplace, if you're bidding on a job, the winner is the lowest bid. How little are you willing to be paid for your work? And this is what is the mechanism of this game. Have not seen that in game, and they do it really well. Next finalist we have is Farm to Table from Danielle Wong from Toronto, Ontario. This is a really adorable multi-use card game where you're collecting ingredients to be able to create more ingredients from those ingredients to be able to create recipes. It is super adorable, really fun to play. Another great entry. And then another finalist that we have is Headway from Chris Cook from Edmonton, Alberta. Is he? I was more point. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Back here.
I is back there.
So Headway is I will say, battle game where you have these amazing transparent cards with beautiful cartoony artwork where you have a dismembered skeleton and you're trying to drink the other skeleton's mojo. There has been changes to the game where it now plays in teams of 2, 4, and 6. Amazing game. He does have a booth here, so if you have not gone by the booth and given the game a try, I don't know what you've been doing, but go. Yep. Not right now. He's back here. Wait till after the auction. And then another finalist that we have is Paradoxide, Fossil Hunting in Eastern Canada. This is another entry from Scott Preston and Katie McDonough from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Represent. This is another game that is extremely rich in Canadian history about hunting for fossils in the Maritimes. It's very satisfying moving around the map, activating set collection game. Another really, really great game. And that is all our finalists.
Give a big round of applause there. All right. Just a quick note before we actually get to the before we get to the award itself there. If you get a chance to, please stop by, visit these designers, visit the Prototype Alley if you haven't had a chance to yet there. A lot of these games, these people are trying to get their game ready enough to get published there. The feedback that you're able to give means the world to them there. Your feedback can mean the difference between a game getting published and not there. And we have seen it time and time again through this process there. So please, if you get a chance to visit the Prototype Alley, go and visit the designers and the publishers out there, because they put in a ton of effort and a ton of work there, and your feedback and your support means the world to them there. So yeah.
It's our way to give back.
Yeah, it's our way of giving back to them there. So with that here, I'm going to take a moment to, just for the plaque presentation there, because this is a labor of love for me there. It's something that I've taken great pride in over the years there. This is a handmade wooden plaque that I've spent many hours constructing there. It will be given to the winner of the 2026 Canadian Game Design Award. This wooden plaque tradition actually started way back in 2010 there. A FallCon member, I believe it was Dennis Schmarong there, was the one who took time and effort to make the wooden plaques for years there. I believe right up until I took over there, and then we had a couple of sponsors that did it for a while there, and then I took back over following COVID there, and it's been a labor of love for me. And I want to say that this really, for me, it represents the hard work that goes into it there. Just the challenges, the hard work and challenges that go into a game design there. It applies the same to this here. Taking rough pieces of wood, cutting them, shaping them, sanding them down to get them just to fit just right there. It's the same way that designers create their games there. They're constantly working and tweaking and fine-tuning their games to get it to that point where they can have a published game to be to be brought to the table to be played there. So this year's plaque here. Yeah. This one here, the diamond pattern in the back is made from spruce and cedar. The edges are hickory and walnut. The laurels on the sides are carved out of ambrosia maple, and the center maple and the maple leaf are done in tiger wood there. The placard down below, this was done by Legend Craft Woodworking, one of our sponsors there. They've been helping out basically since the pandemic there. That piece, the lettering is made from bird's eye maple. The shadows is made from sipo, and the background is an African mahogany there. So, yeah. So, yeah, with that, I think we're ready to announce the winner of the 2026 Canadian Game Design Award there. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce the 2026 Canadian Game Design Award winner, Chris Cook, Headway.
That looks incredible, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh, thank you so much.
Let me pass
yeah.
this on to you.
Yeah, it's just a mic
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah, if you want to say a couple words
Yeah.
beforehand.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can anyone hear me okay?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I stand up.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I wish I had an anecdote or a cool story to tell, but I don't. I'm as unprepared as usual. But I have a lot of gratitude. I've been coming to FallCon for 5 or 6 years now, and I came with a really dumb little cartoon game for the first few years that a lot of you tried. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a great honor, a privilege, and a joy to get to come here every year. It's the show I look forward to most every year because there's so many incredible people playing great games and showing great things they've made and making a really great community here. So thank you all so much. Everyone who's ever come and played whatever weird little thing I'm working on, it means a lot, and I can't wait to see what else other people do and to come for many more years to come. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Well, let's head over here for a second here. Yeah. So along with the plaque there, FallCon Gaming Society has a $200 prize as well. Mel's Board Gaming Room also has upped it by another $100 there. So that is presented to you there. So there you go. There. Thank you so much there. Once again, if you get a chance to go and check out all of the designs, all of the designers, there is a table for free with all of the finalists, as well as a couple of the other designs there, available for free play over by the Prototype Alley. So if you get a chance to check that out, please do there. Otherwise, thank you all so much for supporting this there. Yeah, and with that, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you all with the 2027 CGDA. All right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, go ahead. Bring that up front here. All right.
All right, everybody. That was the award ceremony for the Canadian Game Design Award, and I'm very honored to have the winner here, Chris Cook. Chris, thank you for taking a few minutes to stop by, say hello to everybody. Can we take a closer look at the award here?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me.
Look at this. This is gorgeous. Little meeple for the laurels. There's that winner's plaque. Umpteen different kinds of wood, handmade.
Yeah, he did an incredible job on this.
Yeah,
I can't stop looking at it.
It's gorgeous. You've had a few minutes to kind of decompress, come up with some thoughts. What are you thinking? What's going through your head?
Surreal, honestly. Like I have a lot of very kind and loving friends and people I know from this show and from other shows who have played the game and who have helped me work on the game and iterate on the game, yourself included.
as friends and loved ones often do, they say like, "Oh, of course you're going to win. You're going to win for sure, right?" And you hear that, and you're like, oh, "Okay, yeah, I appreciate the support, but obviously that's not a sure thing." The other people's loved ones are telling them they're going to win too, right? So you go into it sort of. It's very nice that they do that. But you go into it and you're nervous. Like I went into it and I was okay, and then I sat down and we were sitting there waiting for the first part of the auction to end, and my legs were going, and I was like, man, I'm way more nervous than I thought I would be. And then they said it, and I almost didn't believe it. I went up and did the whole thing, and I was like, wow, I didn't know. I didn't think it was going to happen, honestly. No, I mean, I'm really proud of the game, and I'm happy that people like it and appreciate it so much. I'm hopeful I can try the other design finalists this weekend while I'm here. I've been so busy in my booth, I haven't had a chance to.
Well, this is not going to help your busyness, I think.
That's true. Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe I have to tag out with somebody, but
yeah. No, that's amazing. Is there anyone else you want to thank?
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend for putting up with me and my insanity and making her play the game for the 600th time to tweak one little thing, even though she's probably sick and tired of it, and all my friends and coworkers and people at the show who come and try it and tell me what they think and give me some of their time. It really means a lot, and it's the only way I get to do what I love. So.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We may or may not have streams later tonight. Mel is still at the auction spending her hard-earned cash. There is a pool going on to see just how many games she comes out of FallCon with. The number is usually in the double digits. It's already in the double digits. She is insane. So you'll see her back either later tonight or definitely tomorrow. Until then, thank you guys again for joining me, and good gaming, and goodbye.
Back in the